If you're diabetic or prediabetic, you've probably been told to watch your carbs. Good start, but there's a faster, calmer way to steady your glucose: leaning on plant protein. Protein slows digestion, blunts spikes, curbs cravings, protects muscle, and helps you feel satisfied without the crash. Today, we're dialing in the 4 best vegetarian proteins for blood sugar control, how they help, how much to eat, how to cook them so they taste amazing, and how to combine them for maximum impact. By the end, you'll have a weekly, repeatable plan you can stick to without feeling deprived. Quick reminder: this is educational, not medical advice. If you have kidney disease or a special diet, confirm portions and choices with your care team. Habit shift mindset. Why plant protein? Helps plant proteins arrive with helpful teammates: fiber, magnesium, potassium, and antioxidants. Fiber slows glucose entry. Magnesium supports insulin sensitivity. Antioxidants calm inflammation that otherwise chips away at your eyes, heart, kidneys, and nerves. You're not just eating protein, you're eating metabolic tools that work behind the scenes every day. #1 Quinoa. The complete protein carb you can trust. Quinoa is rare among plant foods because it's a complete protein. It contains all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to maintain and repair muscle. For people managing blood sugar, that matters. More muscle equals better glucose disposal. Quinoa's fiber and naturally moderate glycemic impact also help keep post-meal numbers smoother than refined grains. How to make quinoa work for you starts with portion and pairing. A cooked 1/2 cup is a smart base. Then add a generous pile of non-starchy vegetables and a second protein like beans or tofu to blunt the glucose rise. Rinse quinoa well to remove bitterness. Cook it in low-sodium broth and finish with a drizzle of olive oil and lemon. For an easy breakfast, think warm quinoa oatmeal with cinnamon, a few berries, and a spoon of ground flax. For lunch, toss quinoa with arugula, cucumbers, cherry tomatoes, chickpeas, and a tahini limon dressing. For dinner, go half and half quinoa, half cauliflower rice under a tofu stir-fry, so you get satisfaction without a spike. If you live with kidney issues or are sensitive to oxalates or phosphorus, keep portions modest and discuss with your clinician. For everyone else, quinoa is the flexible carb with benefits that plays nice with your metered to seeds. Tiny, powerful, and shockingly blood sugar-friendly seeds are the ultimate small habit, big payoff. Chia, flax, hemp, pumpkin, and sunflower bring plant protein plus fiber, plus healthy fats in a tiny package. The soluble fiber in chia and ground flax forms a gentle gel in your gut, slowing digestion and flattening the curve after meals. Hemp seeds add protein and magnesium, great for insulin signaling and muscle function. Pumpkin and sunflower seeds contribute zinc and vitamin E for immunity and vessel protection. You don't need a complicated recipe, just sprinkle and stir. Swirl a tablespoon of chia or ground flax into Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or a smoothie. Hemp seeds over scrambled eggs or a salad. Toss pumpkin and sunflower seeds onto veggie bowls or soups for crunch without croutons. When baking, swap a portion of flour for ground flax to add fiber without adding sugar. If you're managing sodium or kidney concerns, choose unsalted seeds and watch total portions. Otherwise, an ounce, about a small handful or 2 tablespoons for many seeds, is a simple daily target that changes how you feel after meals. Pro tip: keep ground flax refrigerated and buy seeds fresh in small bags so oils don't go rancid. You'll taste the difference and your numbers will show it. #3. Tofu and tempeh. Versatile, satisfying, and easy on glucose. Tofu and tempeh are plant proteins that behave like culinary clay. You can season them 100 ways and they'll take on the flavor. They're naturally low glycemic and rich in nutrients that support insulin sensitivity. Tempeh adds fermentation benefits for your gut microbiome, which is tightly linked to metabolic health. Tofu can be gentler if you need to limit potassium or phosphorus. If tofu ever felt bland, it's a prep problem, not a tofu problem. Press extra firm tofu for 15 to 20 minutes. Cut into cubes, toss with tamari, garlic, ginger, and a touch of sesame oil. Then bake or air fry until the edges crisp. Toss into a veggie stir-fry over cauliflower rice or a small scoop of quinoa. Silken tofu blends into smoothies for a creamy, high-protein breakfast without added sugar. For tempeh, slice thin. Steam for a few minutes. This removes any bitterness. Then marinate in a smoky spice blend and pan-sear. Layer into whole grain tortillas with cabbage slaw and avocado for taco. Night that won't wreck your bedtime reading. What you'll notice after a week: fewer cravings. Protein plus fiber means you're satisfied longer. So it's easier to walk past the 3 p.m. cookie without feeling punished. For legumes, lentils, chickpeas, and beans. As blood sugar bodyguards, legumes are metabolic multitaskers. Protein for muscle, soluble and insoluble fiber for steadier glucose, and minerals like magnesium and potassium for blood pressure and nerve health. They also carry polyphenols, plant compounds that help your vessels and reduce oxidative stress. Start with lentils. If beans bother your stomach, they cook quickly and tend to be easier to digest. Build a red lentil tomato soup with onions, garlic, cumin, and turmeric. Add spinach at the end. For chickpeas, make a smashed chickpea salad with lemon, olive oil, celery, dill, and a little Greek yogurt. Scoop onto a bed of greens instead of bread to keep the carb load gentle. Black beans love lime and cilantro. Make a skillet of peppers, onions, and black beans, and serve it bowl-style over shredded lettuce with a spoon of quinoa and some avocado. Rinse canned beans well to cut sodium. Or batch cook dry beans with a bay leaf and a piece of kombu to improve digestibility. If you have kidney disease, you may need to personalize portions and choose lower potassium options. This is where your dietitian shines. For most people, about 3/4 to 1 cup cooked in a meal is a satisfying anchor that keeps your meter calmer and your appetite quiet. Building the perfect diabetic plate. Using today's 4 all-stars, think of your plate as a simple framework. Half non-starchy vegetables, broccoli, cabbage, peppers, leafy greens. Zucchini, a palm of protein, tofu tempeh, or a hearty scoop of legumes. Seeds sprinkled on top, a cupped hand of smart carbs. Quinoa or extra legumes, or go half quinoa of cauliflower rice. A thumb of healthy fat, olive oil, avocado. Nuts or seeds already on the plate. This structure works at breakfast veggie. Scramble plus tofu plus avocado. Chia flax, yogurt bowl. Lunch big salad with chickpeas, hemp seeds, and a spoon of quinoa. And dinner tofu veggie stir-fry over half and half quinoa kali rice with a pumpkin seed sprinkle. It's satisfying, colorful, and your CGM or meter will reward you. Timing, portions, and pairings that flatten the curve timing. A 10 to 15 minute walk after your largest meal can visibly blunt your post-meal bump. Portions. You don't need huge. Serving steady, repeatable amounts. Beat feast. Fan-famine. Pairings always combine carbs with protein, fiber, and fat. That's why today's 4 winners are so powerful. They bring those elements in one place. Common pitfalls to avoid. Deep frying tofu or tempeh. Drowning salads in sugary dressings, turning quinoa into a giant carb bowl, or eating seeds only in dessert-style snacks. Keep flavors big, but sugars, small use, herbs, citrus, garlic, chiles, vinegars, and spices to make every bite craveable. 7-day plant protein jumpstart day 1 to 2. Add 1 plant protein meal per day, lentil soup or tofu stir-fry. Track how your post-meal numbers respond. Day 3 to 4. Layer seeds into breakfast and salads, chia or flax at breakfast. hemp or pumpkin at lunch. Day 5. Build the half-plate veggies template at dinner with a modest scoop of quinoa. Day 6. Try a tempeh taco night with cabbage, slaw, and avocado. Day 7. Review your readings and cravings. Note which meals felt best. Repeat those next week. The goal isn't perfection. It's a rhythm you actually enjoy. Frequently asked, but what about soy and hormones? Eating tofu or tempeh as part of a balanced diet is considered safe for most people. The isoflavones act differently than human hormones and are often beneficial for heart health. Gas from beans. Start small, rinse well. Add spices like cumin, ginger, and bay leaf, and consider lentils first. Your gut adapts. Weight loss, tant. Protein helps you feel full on fewer calories. Preserving muscle while you lose fat, that's the sweet spot for insulin sensitivity. Closing if blood sugar has felt unpredictable. Today's 4 plant protein heroes quinoa, seeds, tofu tempeh, and legumes give you a practical path to stability. They're affordable, available in any grocery store, and easy to cook once you know a few tricks. Start with one swap this week and watch your energy, cravings, and numbers respond. Tell me in the comments, which plant protein are you adding? First lentils, tofu, quinoa, or chia flax? I read every comment and I'm rooting for you.